Hey there, it's Instructor Daniel, and it's a pleasure to have you here. And see, let me say something that is very important, and it's the fact that if you are still here at this point, it means one thing to me. It's the fact that you are a serious person. Yeah, you committed to the process of preparing for this exam and passing it once and for all. And I want to say a big ups to you, big congratulations to you, because you are a phenomenal person. See, at this point, I know that many people have quit by now. Many people do quit before they get 50% of a course. You at this point, you have gotten to the seventh video, which means six videos watched already. Just this and probably one more video thereabout before we can call this whole session done. Like we can say that it's totally done. But you are here. It means that you're a serious person, and I congratulate you for that. Because the average person would have quit by now. They read meat, they see the reality, and they go back to their random practice. Okay? But you, my friend, you stayed. So congratulations to you once again. Now let's talk about the hardest truth, which is why most candidates are stuck at band six, even lower than that. Why candidates are usually stuck at that band six area. Okay, and sometimes they stay stuck and it feels like they are in a loop where they take tests repeatedly and they end up getting the same band six plus score, band 6.5 and like scores. Okay, even though they are studying hard, even when it feels like they are putting in so much effort, it feels like they are stuck at band C. So I want to show you why these people are usually stuck at that band score, even though they are working hard, they are studying hard. This video is gonna stink, I must warn you, but it's a wake up call. It's the wake up call rather that you need. So let's get into it once and for all. The first reason why so many candidates are struggling with test the IELTS test preparation, the reason why not just the IELTS test preparation, but the consistent band 6 or band 6.5 or even band 7 when they needed a band 8.5, right? The reason why they stay consistent producing low scores is because most times candidates are fond of random practice. Random practice. It's not structured, it's not planned, it's just random. They do whatever that makes them feel good. It might be watching random videos, it might be downloading PDFs, it might be reading through different IELTS blogs. As long as it makes them feel good, they'll feel like they are preparing for this exam. And this is a problem. Sometimes they might even go ahead to even do full tests based on the tests that they have in these various IELTS blogs online. All right, they go through these blogs and they try to do practice tests, or they might even get materials and decide to take on full tests. They do these tests without analyzing their performance to see how they failed, when they failed, where they failed, and what made them fail. Sometimes they might even go ahead to memorize topics or even vocabularies without understanding that these things are important, but they are not so important in the grand scheme of things. So as a result of that, they get little progress. They get little better. They get a little better, and play two towards the band 6.5 or even 6.0. Why? Because the IELTS exam itself is built on patterns. And it's only those that can recognize these patterns in terms of the question type, signal words, straps, and so on and so forth, they're the ones that will pass the exam without stress. So once again, random practice is not the way forward. If you are one of those people that embraces vibes, hopes, random practice, whatever that comes to your mind, you do. If it's listening, you just take listening. If you come across reading, you just take a reading test. You're not approaching the test strategically. You are not doing it strategically, and there's every possibility that you might end up replicating the result of those that practice randomly, which is a low score. And I hope that's not what you want for yourself. The second reason why so many candidates are stuck at band 6 or even lower is because they tend to focus on fixing weaknesses instead of attacking high impact areas. Listen, let me tell you something. The IELTS exam is a unique one, it's a phenomenal exam that it's not even all sides are not square, right? So there are parts whereby once you throw more weight on, you're definitely going to do better in the test. Let me give you an instance. A good instance is the writing test. In the writing test, we have writing tax 1 and writing tax 2. The average person thinks that they are the same thing. They are not the same thing. The tax 2 has more weight than the tax 1. The tax 2 will give you two times the score you get in the tax 1. So, by me saying this, what exactly are you supposed to get out of what I've said? It simply means that if you're a smart candidate, you need to throw more weight on the tax two. You need to, prioritize the tax two. Put the tax two on your priority list so that when you are preparing, when you are practicing for this exam, you need to practice more the writing tax two. Make sure you get it right because it's going to give you double the score and the writing tax one is going to give you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then even the speaking test. So a lot of times you find people, throwing more weight on fluency, 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 fluency. And see, listen, fluency is good. Fluency is one thing that can set the pace for you, that can increase your chances of getting a high score in the IELTS speaking test. But listen, if you are going to be doing the whole fluency thing, at least do it with structure. Make it to be that when you are fluent expressing yourself, the listener or the examiner should be able to follow and understand what you are saying per time. So you do it in structure. Now, here's the reality: if you focus on the writing task two over the writing task one, and then you focus on fluency with structure to make whatever you are saying or the answer you are giving more coherent, more understandable, then there's every possibility that you're going to get a zero point 0.5 jump. So previously, if you used to get 6.5 with a zero point 0.5 jump, it means that you are going to be getting 7 this time. In the speaking, if you used to have, let's say, 6.5 and you did a 7.0, or maybe 7.0 and you did a 7.5, if you start, you know, answering questions fluently using recommended structure. There are loads of framework I give in the advanced course. You need to go check it out. I gave loads of framework that can help you answer questions, right? I talked about the TEEL structure, how you can follow the I explained all these concepts there, and I might not be able to go through them here in this video. But go check that course out so that you can easily get access to the framework I give in the speaking test. But my point is that if you do this thing in the speaking test where you are able to stay fluent and follow the recommended framework that works best for you, that keeps whatever you are saying, clear, understandable, then there is also a high proclivity that you might get a zero point 0.5 jump. So a zero point 0.5 jump when added to your regular score, maybe a 7.0, it will give you a 7.5 and so on and so forth. So band 8 candidates tend to protect the big points, the areas that can give them big points, the areas that can help them scale past the test fast. They prioritize it, they pay more attention to them. Okay. The third reason why so many candidates get stuck at band 6 is because they believe a lot of myths. There are so many myths that they believe in, and I've destroyed a lot of them. Part of them is I told you that a lot of times people have believed in time pass that if you get more vocabulary, it simply means you're going to get a better score. And I've said that it's not true. I've disproved it that it's not true. Getting more vocabulary, building more vocabulary, getting new words, it's not equivalent. Will not significantly increase the chances of you getting a high score, like people have peddled before now. Then I told you that there is no need for you to fake a native accent. Your accent, your African accent, or whatever nationality that you belong to or you come from, your accent, your local accent is enough as long as you're getting your stress, your pronunciation, your reading correctly. It's enough, right? Then in time past, people have said, "Oh, since you're going to be penalized for writing simple sentence, why don't you try writing complex sentences?" And I'm telling you, you will not win with writing only complex sentences. The panacea is that you are able to, you're able to blend it with compound sentence, simple sentence, and complex sentence. Like there should be a variety of them. It should not just be complex sentences. Then, I said this one where people say, okay, because I'm good, I lived in an English speaking community, I grew up speaking this language, blah, 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 blah. Once I take the listening test, I should be able to assimilate whatever they are saying. And I say there are several factors that can make this thing an incomplete truth or a lie. Well, I say things like the pace of the audio can affect your ability to comprehend what the speaker is saying in the recording. I said that the accent of the speaker might even, impede your comprehensive ability. I also made mention of question types and distractors there. So this is a myth. They are myths that you should not believe in. See, listen. These myths they make the IELTS feel like they make the IELTS feel so good that you have to believe in this myth, right? And because you believe in this myth, you see the IELTS in a particular light that is not consistent with the real nature of the test. Okay, and the goal of the myth is to keep you comfortable. And because the reason why it's keeping you, they just want you to keep, they just want to keep you comfortable, so you can be comfortable doing the nonsense that you're actually doing. I'm sorry that I have to use the word nonsense. Okay, and that's the reason why you're stuck. But listen, if you're going to get the band aids that you want, you need to resist and reject comfort. The comfort that this meat and these lies bring to you. Okay, you need to reject them. Okay, so the fourth reason here will now be that it's because that they do not get feedback. I can tell you most of the time that I've seen candidates fail exams, it can be traced back to the fact that they did not get feedback. There are so many mistakes that they made during their practice test that they reciprocated on their test day. They repeated the same thing. They did the same thing on their test day. Why? Because they did not know that these things were erroneous. Nobody was there to point these things out to them and say, "Hey, man, you are making this mistake. You're making XYZ mistake. Correct it now so that you don't repeat it on your test day." And because nobody was there to give them feedback, they ended up doing the same thing on their test day, and it feels like they're in a loop because it's that you prepare for the test on your own, no feedback. You take the test, you get a poor score, you see the result, you feel very bad, then you start preparing for another test again. That's the cycle. No analysis, no tracking, nothing, no improvement, nothing, nothing. But listen, as a band 8 candidate, you need to see your preparation as a good mind. You need to see your preparation as a good mind because when you are preparing for this test and you are taking practice tests, you are definitely going to be seeing two outcomes: failed attempts and passed attempts. Right? You're going to be failing questions and you're getting the answers to questions. Sometimes, because you're failing the answers to the question, sometimes you should prioritize the failure more than the passes. Yes, you pass. Good, 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 good. Okay, let's not say prioritize failure over passes or successes, right? The reason why I'll say that is because I want you to see them evenly. As much as you're celebrating the success, also pay attention to the areas that you are not getting it right. Why? Because it has a lot of revelation to share with you. So, in order for you to maximize or milk this failure, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, why did I miss the answer to this question? Why? Then, what trap got me? What kind of trap or distractor did the examiner use this time to dissuade me from choosing the right answer? And then, how do I fix it next time so that I don't repeat this same mistake again? See, once you begin to track errors like that, maybe on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, you will reduce the mistakes that you make systematically. That's how to move from band 6.5 to band 7.5 and then 8.5. So here's the question that separates winners from those that are stuck. Are you training like someone who wants band 8, or you're just hoping for it that, oh, hopefully at the end of the day, I'm going to get it? Most people are in that realm of hope where they are hoping they're going to get a high score at the end of the day. No strategy backing them, no blueprint, no roadmap, nothing, just hope and vibes and prayer that they are going to get a high score. A high score. So they study hard, but they are not studying smart. They believe myths, they fix small things and leave big things out. They don't even try their performance. See, that's something that's entirely opposite to what winners would have done. Those getting high bound scores. Those getting high bound scores, they train, they attack high impact areas, they master patterns, and they destroy myths. They also even analyze every mistake they make from time to time. And that's why they break through. Listen, my friend, if everything I've been saying so far, if anything or everything I've been saying so far has this kind of effect on you where it's hurting you, you're feeling uncomfortable, it feels like, oh, you're not knowing the reason why you have been stuck, you've been getting those low score, it simply means that you still care. Deep down in you, you still care and you really want to change. Most people, they never feel this thing. They don't feel the need to get better. They don't feel the need to improve on their performance. And because they don't feel the need to improve on their performance, they never break free from this cycle. But you, my friend, you just did. That's why in the next video, I'm going to be showing you what you actually need to do in order for you to move from the band score that you're struggling with to a high band score. And this is the exact part that most people miss. So if you are ready to stop this whole hoping strategy thing and start training with a blueprint, with a map, I have put together a course that covers all four modules with other sophisticated aspects of the IELTS with question types that you can practice with from time to time. In the course titled the Band 8 Accelerator Program, the link is below. Click it so that you can get access to the course right away.